Welcome to this dramatic therapy monologue. Listen to this meditation with an open mind and heart. In between each part, focus on your breath. Start now by inhaling deeply through your nose and slowly exhaling through your mouth. Then gently turn your attention to the natural rhythms of your breath. When I was a child, I learned to clean my plate. It was an unspoken law at dinner. My mother would sit across from me, her gaze kind and yet invasive. She would smile, but her hands would grip the table edge whenever I left even one lonely pea behind. I wanted to please her, so I ate every last bite, whether I wanted it or not. Now, decades later, that pressure hangs around my shoulders like a heavy scarf. Food has never just been food for me. It is comfort, company, and control. My teen years were a landscape of whispered comments in cramped locker rooms, friends measuring calories out loud, while I quietly measured my worth. I learned a dangerous arithmetic. I measured love by how empty my plate was. And something inside me has wondered, do I even know what hunger truly is? Or fullness? My stomach would grumble, and I would silence it with shame, or distraction, or secret midnight snacks, eaten fast, as if speed could render them invisible. So here I am now, a woman not afraid of dessert, but deeply afraid of what stopping halfway through dessert might say about me. If I stop, am I wasteful? Ungrateful? Am I declaring war on my memories of childhood dinners? My mother's sacrifices? Sometimes I stare at the last piece of bread and wonder if not finishing it is actually an act of self-love or merely selfishness. I want to believe it is the former. Let us pause here. Notice your breathing. Let it flow. In and out. The mind, stubborn thing, it likes to revisit the past. Mine retraces the shape of my mother's hands, the way she would say, "We do not throw away good food." And yet, my body tells another story. It asks, "Why do you not listen? I am full. I have had enough." Eating enough, stopping when I am full, felt, at first, like a betrayal. I grew up thinking that gratefulness was measured in crumbs left behind, yet, somewhere along the way, I lost trust in my own hunger cues. I have spent years afraid that if I left even a bite uneaten, I would be less worthy. Afraid that the discomfort of not finishing meant I was unkind. The crisis, though, came not in one loud crack, but in a soft, ordinary moment. A colleague handed me a packet of biscuits. I had planned not to eat them, feeling strong, feeling capable. But I took one and then another until I had finished the entire packet, and I could not remember enjoying any of it. I looked at the empty wrapping. The familiar sinking dread bloomed in my chest. All that willpower, all that promise, vanished for nothing. I felt like a complete fraud. The words clanged in my head. You have failed. One slip becomes many. Why can you never stop? This tiny moment, one biscuit, a small failure, always seemed so much louder than the small, good decisions. I had fallen for a belief that was never mine to begin with. The voice inside insisted, since it is not much, it does not matter. But it does. The habit builds, grain by grain, bite by bite. A wall too high to climb, made of moments so insignificant as to be almost invisible. But they are not, are they? They become me. Breathe in now. Picture your lungs filling with compassion. Picture them exhaling regret. I realized, on the floor of my kitchen clutching biscuit crumbs, that my real battle was not with food at all. It was with decision. The courage to refuse more. The courage to remove unfinished food from my space and not to mourn it. The courage to know that throwing something away today, that small, awkward pause, won me something vital tomorrow. What I had to learn, painfully, is that health and feeling light in my skin is far more rare, far more precious than money or being polite. No friend remembers whether I finish my meal, but my body remembers. Every choice becomes a stitch in the fabric of my life. Every crumb left behind is a seed of trust planted in myself. And it grows. Every minute that I give my mouth to forget a craving, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, I am teaching myself the taste of freedom. It is not deprivation. It is self-respect. It is power. And I have stopped believing the lie that one tiny refusal means nothing, while one tiny mistake means everything. It is the pattern, not the single meal, that builds me. Now, I forgive the girl who clung to her plate as if it were a lifeboat. I thank her, and I let her rest. I am not afraid to tell people, no, thank you. I am not afraid to wrap up my leftovers, or even to throw them away if keeping them risks my peace. The next morning, after not finishing, I wake happier, lighter. The flickering guilt gives way to something calmer, almost miraculous. There is a gentle pride, a warmth in my chest. Every decision, to leave food, to refuse, to step out of old patterns, it all adds up. I become the sculptor of myself, not the sum of my family dinners or someone else's idea of enough. So this is my catharsis. This is the moment where something finally breaks, and something else, something wilder and truer, comes pouring through. I am hungry for other things now. More laughter, more freedom in my body, more space for joy. I have a new rule. My happiness, my health, my body, they are worth more than all the clean plates in the world. If you are listening now and you have felt this, the weight of old rules, the soft ache of regret, the brave desire for change, know you are not alone. Breathe in, slowly, exhale. Feel each choice you make today, no matter how small, as a promise to yourself, not a debt to your past. Trust that every crumb you leave, every pause, every refusal, it all becomes a new story written quietly, meal by meal. Release your breath. Give your mouth, your heart, 5 or 10 minutes to forget what you thought you needed and discover what you truly want. You can stop eating when you are full. You can trust yourself even if your hands shake. Repeat after me. I deserve to feel happy, light, and free. I am not afraid. I choose myself, one gentle refusal at a time.